Hello to Mr. Fatima, it's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bhinneka. And before we start the meeting, let's pay attention to the following video. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the virtual stage our president of the club, Toastmaster Marendra.
Thank you very much, Sani. Well, you've opened this with amazing small video that I hope Nicole and Fatima, it's nice to meet you, and Dini knows better about our club. Well, yes, in word of Toastmasters, we have values that we learn, especially public speaking and leaderships. Well, here in our club, Bhinneka Online Toastmaster, we have the ABC recipe. It stands for appreciate our club members, and then B for build each other up, C for celebrate our successes. So that's why we hope in Bhinneka Online Toastmasters, we can gather around Toastmasters from around the world with something special. Today, apparently we have 6 of us coming, and it seems to me that I'm the male here, okay, with long hair, okay. I'll meet up you all, guys. So I'm happy to see you all happy. Now, since it is our, what do you call it, a first time in a in an era that pandemic is about to end it, so there are some clubs that already meeting offline. Well, my case, online is still the best to me because I live in a remote area that there's no available offline Toastmasters meeting in a distance of 80 kilometers. I think it is a very good time also if we would like to spread these online Toastmasters across the globe, because I think there are some people that has a privilege to live in the middle of oceans, jungle, trees, deserts to join with us. And of course, to those that kind of lazy, quote unquote, at room and enjoy the online meeting instead of fight traffic jams more than an hours. Now, for not further ado, I would like to introduce the Toastmaster of the meeting that will lead us from the opening until the end. So hopefully you will enjoy the cheers of this meeting, even though maybe you already busy with your activities from the morning until this evening. I would like to invite one of the most amazing lady in our club that I personally happy to see her around in this club and give spirits for these clubs, so that this Bhinneka Online Toastmaster even better with her around. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome our DTM, Natalie Chayadi as a Tom, the master of the meeting. Natalie, please rock this online meeting. Time is yours.
Thank you, President. Toastmasters Marendra Dika. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Good? Give some reaction or type in the chat.
Yay!
How are you feeling in one word? One word. I'm going to wait until everyone already responded.
Excellent.
One word. Excellent.
Fantastic.
Okay, Rendra. Fantastic. Okay, Nicole. Excited, Seni. How about Dini and Fatima? Amazing. Great. How about you, Fatima? How are you feeling right now? You can just unmute as well. No problem. I'm going to wait until you're excited. Awesome. For me, it was amazing too. Guys, now, as you can see, there are only 6 of us in this Zoom room. And for some of you, you might think, oh, Natalie, there's only like 6 of us. What can we do? We can do so much more, because with less people, it means that each one of us will speak more. And you come to Toastmasters to practice your public speaking and communication skill. So this is a great time for each of us to practice more. So that's the ground rule for tonight's meeting. Each of you, without exception, will get picked, and I can promise you that at least you will speak twice, at the very least. So don't worry, I'm gonna make your time worth it for you who has come to this meeting. And tonight, we don't have a lot of cast, so we only have 1 speaker, 1 evaluator. Thank you for Nicole, who has generously stepped up on the last minute. We have 1 table topic master, 1 GE, and 1 Toastmaster of the meeting. But I think we can still make this meeting amazing. Why? Because we have committed ourselves to come and to contribute. So thank you, and give applause for all of us. Yay! Now, in every Toastmasters meeting, we are having like a different theme. And our theme tonight is bookworms. Who are excited for books? Any fellow bookworms in the house? Yes, me too. Oh my gosh. This theme, when I heard this theme, I'm like, that's me. I'm gonna be the Toastmaster of the meeting. I need to do this, right? So I offered myself to be the Tom, and I wanted to know from each one of you. So this is your first speaking opportunities. Share with us your favorite book and why you like that book. Okay, so I give you a moment to think. Share with us your favorite book and why you like that book. I will challenge you to speak, earlier. Why? Because if somebody else already said the same book that you wanted to say, then you need to change it. So it's first come, first serve. I'm gonna start, right? My favorite book, among like many other books that I like, is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I like it because it depicted a life journey of Santiago that I could relate so much, because he went all the way around to find a treasure, and he found that the treasure was near his house. So where your heart is, that's where your treasure lies. That's one of the favorite quotes from that book. So that's my favorite book. How about you? Any volunteer from the floor? You can unmute yourself, say your name, and then explain to us, share with us. Anyone? Anyone? On the count of 3, 2, 1. Otherwise,
Give me a try.
Okay, Rendra, and then Nicole, and then Fatima.
So,
okay,
yes.
Go ahead, Rendra.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a book of something. Can you read this? Okay. So actually, before I started my deeper hobby in photography, I used to watch YouTube only. Many gigabytes already spent to watch tutorial, basics, everything about photography. Apparently, I think I need something which is tangible in my hands to read. Maybe I learned something wrong in YouTube quote input because maybe I understand wrongly or differently. Well, I need something which is very famous, very good, and it inspires me to go to Periplus. It's a bookstore here in Indonesia. Maybe you can find in an airport somewhere in Indonesia. And I found this is very happy to me because it was on discount. And it is a very complete book for you who started in a world of photography. You will see the settings, the results, the camera that is using, and everything's about the composition and lot. So it is helps me to cross check whether what I've learned so far it is correct or not. So this book is helped me not only to sharpen my hobby but also enrich my knowledge in worlds of photography. I think that's all, Natalie. I get the call back to you.
Thank you, Rendra. Thank you. Seeing how good your hair is, I thought your favorite book is How to Have a Great Hair. So, okay, I might be wrong at that, right? So, Nicole, go ahead.
You know what? Coincidentally, one of my passion is also in photography, but then I am not reading photography books. So the book that I really like is called The Kill a Mockingbird. I'm not sure if you've heard that novel before. I was first introduced to reading this book when I was only 15. Then we were forced to read this book in school as part of English literature class. So when I grew up, I think many years later, I bought the book again and read it again because I really loved the story that it talked about a white man in Alabama defending a black man who was accused of raping a white woman. And of course, the whole town in Alabama did not agree with him defending this black man and persuaded him to not pick up the case. But he stood his ground because he believed in justice. And why is the book called To Kill a Mockingbird? A mockingbird represents innocence. So I like the story very much because it was narrated from a little girl's eyes on how she looked up to her father and even defended her father when the whole town was making fun of him of why he defended a black man. I really love that story. The plot is so interesting. And if you haven't read the book, I would encourage you to do so.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nicole. So for anyone who hasn't known that book, you guys can, learn something new from that snippets, right? Come on, Fatima, it's your turn.
Thank you very much. Reading books, different people read books for different purposes. When I was small, I read books because my parents forced me to read books. I don't have that passion of reading much because every time always when I go to school also everybody is asking me to read books. So it becomes something like a burden for me. But when I was something like 21 years old, I got a book by Rhonda Byrne called The Secret. I read that book and my whole life changed. I get my mind open in a different way, how I think, how I see my world, how I have to deal with things, how I can pursue my dreams, all those things. It is very nicely explained in her book. So it gives me the power of reading. After that, I read her book a lot. And there is another book, the same thing book called The Power of Believing in Yourself. So that's something. So I believe that reading is something that we have to do by passion, to develop our ideas, to learn something new. So my ladies and gentlemen, I think that it is something very important to choose books wisely and read those books that gives you in a lesson. I learned how powerful it is to believe in oneself by reading that book. Thank you very much.
Wow, Fatima, we haven't started table topic session, but you're on fire. Cool. So thank you so much. I've read The Secret as well. So yeah, there are so many gems of wisdom in that book. I totally can relate to you. Thank you for sharing. Next, I'll move to Dini. Do you want to share, Dini?
Well, okay. Well, my favorite book, actually, this one is not the most favorite, but I read this book when I faced my quarter life crisis. So the book is very simple. For me, it is very simple because it's just like lots of quotes and just like motivational books. The title is, wait, let me show you the picture because I put my book somewhere. This one, Menjadi Wanita Paling Bahagia. There are lots of quotes from that book. So whenever I feel sad, whenever I feel angry and exhausting with my quarter life, I just open that book and read a chapter and it lightened my day. So yeah, but actually I have another one. This one is a simple book by B.J. Novak called A Book with No Pictures. You have to read that book because actually that book also a good practice for us for our vocal variety. You have to check that book by B.J. Novak, A Book with No Pictures. Yes, I got that book like a few years back when I started my journey in as a preschool teachers. So it really helps me how to read books, storytelling to my kids because of that book. Yes, I believe all Toastmasters have to read that book. It could practice though. Thank you. Back to you, Natalie.
Thank you, Dini. If you can put it in the chat box, the title and the author, that will help us to remember even after that. It's very interesting. I would love to learn more about it.
Yeah, and translate the title in English, Dini. Maybe some of us need English as a most.
Yeah, thank you.
Especially me.
Sani, it's your turn. And after that, we go to Gail. And then we'll proceed to the first session.
Okay, I admit, recently I don't really read books, but back to moment that I read books, there are two books that I read. I can say not really favorite, but I think they are useful to me. The first one is the Chicken Soup series. I read like chapter by chapter, but not the whole book. But I really like how they told the real stories and also the message. Yeah, which is most of the message like motivate us, motivate the readers, you know. And then another book, the latest book that I read is the MBTI, the 16 personalities, but it's in Indonesia version.
That's heavy, sis.
Yeah, I read that not the whole content, but only like chapter by chapter. So I help my cousins to discover the personalities because they just they just entering the university. So you know, like young adults try to search for their identity. So, but both of the books are very useful. That's all, Nat.
Okay, thank you, Sani. Yeah, I was a fan of Chicken Soup as well. I didn't really read it right now, but when I grew up as a teenager, especially, I read quite a lot of Chicken Soup. And I remember every time I read it, my tears will cry like buckets. Okay, Gail, last, your turn. Your favorite book and why you like it.
Well, yeah, actually, I don't have any book reading, but I like to read a comic. in a manga. Yeah, you know that web
Japanese ones.
manga web. Yes, Japanese one. Yeah, I like a One Piece, but what's it? Oh, my previous boss give me a book, but I think the book is good. I haven't read the book, but the title is the title is Walk Storming. Is like about the conversation in work. You know that sometimes when we conversation is not correct or is not like not correct, but it's like or yeah when the conversation is not correct or go wrong, it will be depend feedback for us. So uh, this book is tell about how you put the correct conversation with the like the people. We need to know people. We need to yeah get the information from the people so we can put the correct conversation with someone in the uh in the office. I mean, yes, this that's for me.
Okay, thank you, Gail. If you can also write it down in the chat box, the name of the book and also the author, that would be great.
Okay,
Awesome.
will.
Thank you. All right, guys. So every Toastmaster meeting will have 3 different sessions. So the first session is the prepared speech session, where all our members have the same opportunities to book a slot and to practice their speech project. And for tonight's meeting, we only have 1 slot booked by our member, Sani Kairani, who will deliver her last speech for her POT team collaboration. And after that, the second session will be table topic session, where all of us, since there's only 7 of us in this room, all of us will have a chance to practice our impromptu speaking. We will all the table topic speakers will be evaluated by our GE, Marendra Dika, and then he will deliver the feedback as part of his GE report at the last part of the meeting, the evaluation session. So we'll have 1 prepared speech evaluator, Nicole. We don't have any technical role player now, but that's okay. We're going to make the timing more efficient. And as what we believe in Bhinneka, if we can finish it faster, we will not drag the meeting. So when we finish, we finish. Let's go to the first session, the prepared speech session. Sani has been working so hard in this path, and this is, I think, she took 5 years to reach this point after so many twists and turns and changing, I think, 5 different jobs. Finally, tonight, she will deliver the last speech on team collaboration part. I will invite her speech evaluator, Toastmaster Nicole. Is it Choi or Chu?
It's Cho.
Cho. Nicole Cho, to introduce her project. Please welcome Toastmaster Nicole Cho.
Hi, Sani. The purpose of your speech for tonight is for you to reflect on your growth during the completion of an entire path. The purpose of this speech is for you to share some aspect of your growth during the completion of this path. Back to you, Natalie.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nicole. Sani, are you ready? Yes. Hang on, let me. Can someone share the agenda, please, for all the people who just joined the Zoom meeting?
Let me try.
Yes, thank you, Renda. I suddenly can't find the agenda. Sorry. While Renda is doing it, so Sani, I don't want to drag it. Remember, your time is 10 to 12 minutes. I will give 10 minutes green light, 11 minutes yellow, and 12 minutes red. Is that okay for you? Okay, awesome. So please welcome Toastmaster Sani Kairani, Reminiscing My Path. Reminiscing My Path, Toastmaster Seni Chairani.
Okay, guys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready now. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm gonna take you to reminiscence on my journey. I will share my projects from its level so you will have an idea of what I have gone through. January 2018. In front of the 20th attendants in Medan, I deliver my speech for the very first time as a Toastmasters. Learning is part of my life. That's the title of my icebreaker speech. In that speech, I share a story that I learned English when I was a kid until I graduated from the high school. But after entering college and busy with work, I had no time, no longer time, no energy to learn English until a friend of mine, this girl, invited me to a Toastmaster meeting. And I said to her, and you know what? This is what I've been looking for all this time. I want to be a Toastmasters. That's my very first speech that I shared the reason why I joined the Toastmasters. Let me tell you the story of the other project from another level that I have completed. So this is the project in level 2 when I need to discover the leadership of mine. So in this speech, I share my experience in a relationship with a very close dance mate of mine. So we've been together for 8 years until one day she got proposed by her boyfriend to get married. So she was very frustrated, confused, struggled whether want to marry with no longer dance or dance with not sure married or not. So I, as an affiliative leader, that time when I discovered myself in this project, I gave advice to her. My friend, you have to listen to your heart. Which thing that you really want for your future? So I found myself as affiliative leader. Of course, I want my team members to reach their own happiness. So finally, she chose to get married, and now she's mom of 2. This is a story from level 3 project. All for one and one for all. This is the slogan of a conference that conducted in Medan by District 87 in 2019. So I was involved in the committee that moment. I was the answer for the first 3 days in the conference. And I also was the tour guide team for another 3 days after the conference. So we were physically tired because we didn't have enough sleep for 6 days. But the team was very, very solid. And in the end, thankfully, the event was successful and the district gave us an honorable and memorable appreciations like the certificate and also the outstanding pin member for a few of us. This is from the project Deliver a Social Speech. Next story from the level 3 is the successful collaboration. So in this project, I was the Toastmaster of a joint meeting of the two clubs. The first, Magical Bali with the Titanium Toastmasters Club. There are two reasons behind this collaboration. So the first one, both of these clubs conduct their regular meeting on the same days. Both conduct on every Friday on first and third week of the month. And the second reason is both of these clubs were my home clubs. So Titanium was the first and Magical Bali was the second one. And I think I am very honored, I am happy, excited, because I was able to successfully hosting these two lively clubs known in District 87 that moment. So, and with the total attendance of 47 people that day. Then another story that I would like to share with you guys is from level 4. Does anyone still remember this meeting, Rendezvous with Bhinneka? Thank you. So behind this project, there was a moment when Bhinneka had new members, many new members at the same time, joined the club at the same time. So we fellow EXCO was so excited, and then I came up with the idea, how about we blend the new members with the current members, active members. So the main purpose of Rendezvous with Bhinneka in the Motivate Others project is to build the solidarity among Bhinneka members. The next story in level 4. This is when I was a marketing working in Bali. I lived in Bali for 7 months before the pandemic. As marketing, my responsibility is not only selling the product, but also maintaining their social media. So I created digital posters, I maintained the Instagram and also the Facebook page. So I work and I learned this new skill at the same time. Then let me share with you 2 stories from my level 5. The first story is about my experience when I was a VPPR in Magical Bali. My duty that time is not only limited to creating meeting invitation, creating group pictures, but in my version, a VPPR should do beyond. Like I did, I promote the members as well. And I think I have go beyond the VPPR role because I have created many achievement posters for the members and also for the EXCO. You can check it out, guys, in term 2020 to 2021. Then another story in level 5. Does anyone still remember this speech? No pain, no gain. Thank you. Okay, in this speech, I share my experience of 15 years journey of dancing. It was a long time before I know Toastmasters. So I started this journey. I started dance as a trial, and then I began to love it, and then I live it. So 15 years of dancing, which allow me to taste the international stages. But then unfortunately, low moment hit me. I faced some injuries that allow me to take another path of journey. So I no more taste the international stages, but I taste the fitness floor as the fitness dancer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those are my favorite projects of all of the projects that I have completed. There are 16 speeches, 2 events, and 5 presentations that I have done. And from all of this, I got 2 times appreciation as the best speaker. Lesson learned, guys. The first one, learning by doing. There are many kinds of learning that I know. Learning by listening, learning by singing, but in Toastmasters, I am learning by doing. The second, persistent. Well, let me just be honest with you guys. There are many times that I want to quit of doing this project. I felt so hard, Years over years, I enjoy being an ESCO. I was an active member and I really enjoy being an ESCO rather to accomplish this project. But after seeing one fellow over another receive the certificate of completion, this let me, I feel like this let me, and say, come on, Sani, you almost finished. Get up, come on. And it turned a motivation for me. Ladies and gentlemen, in Toastmasters, the only thing that we beat is ourselves. The learning pace also set by ourselves. Never compare ourselves to another, but let the other motivate us, help us, and to become better us. It's okay if you slow like me, just like Toastmaster Dini said, santai saja, right? But believe me, learning by doing and persistent can lead you to finish line. And guys, this is it. My 5 years adventure in team collaboration. Thank you so much for listening, and back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sani. Can we give her a virtual applause for finishing one part? Congratulations. Your time is 12 minutes, 17 seconds, so definitely eligible to be voted on. But since you're the only speaker, you win by default. Yay. And don't worry, your certificate of appreciation and the poster will come because I'm the club VVPR, so I will make sure you get one after all the years that you've done for other people, right? So I'll make sure you get one. And yeah, it's very interesting seeing how each one of us has different pace in Toastmasters, right? May I ask a quick question, and every one of you can write down the answer in the chat box. How long have you taken to finish one part in Toastmasters? If you have finished one part. If you haven't, how long how long have you been in your current part? So if you're new, you haven't finished one part, how long have you been in Toastmasters? And if you already finished one part, how long it takes you to finish one part? Okay, come on, some comments in the chat box. For me, it took me 3 or 3.5 years to finish team collaboration. Oh my gosh, that part is so long. My current part, yes, Nicole, my friend, yes, me too, 3 years or 3.5. Sani took 5 years. Dini is still thinking, which part should I say? Rendra, how are you? How about you? Fatima also, and Bahrul. So you can respond in the chat box. And then while we're doing that, Dini, are you ready for the table topic session? So we have a special, around 4 years, Dini, is that 4 years? Okay, 4 years. So we have 3 years, 4 years, 3.5 years, 5 years. I think slow is quite the norm here, Sunny. I would say we're not slow. We're just savoring this learning experience. Okay, so you can say that. So we have a special table topic mistress tonight. She came from Surabaya Heroes. And what's special about her is she is already a DTM without finishing Toastmasters DTM. Because DTM for Dini stands for Dini Talk Much. So from Surabaya Heroes, please welcome Toastmaster Dini.
Thank you, Natalie. She is the real DTM. I'm not the real DTM. Welcome to the table topic session. I guess I never see Bahrul Ulum before. Is Bahrul Ulum a member of Toastmaster?
Oh no, not yet.
Okay. So I must tell you what is table topic is. All right.
All right.
So Bahrul, welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmaster Club. Our session now is table topic session, where we invite you as a guest and also our member to give response to some question and quotes later on. Your time is 1 until 2 minutes. Remember to pin the timer, which is Natalie. Is that?
It will be Sunny.
Oh, Seni. Toastmaster Seni. Make sure you see the timer because your time is 1 until 2 minutes. So if Toastmaster Seni will show you the background. 1 minute is green, 1 and 30 seconds is yellow, and 2 minutes is red. You may wrap up your speech when you reach 1 minute, but it will be good if you can wait until the red background. Okay, so Bahrul Ulum, do you understand about that one? All right. To make it clear, I will call one Toastmaster, no, not one Toastmaster, 2 Toastmasters member to show you what is table topic is. Okay? All right, now I would like to call Toastmaster Fatima, maybe. Do you want to try? Okay. All right. So if before Natalie asked us about our favorite book, right? Now I still will ask you about your favorite book, but tell us why we shouldn't read the book.
Why we should
not read that book.
not read that book?
Yes. So, Toastmaster Fatima, what is your favorite book and why we shouldn't read that book? 1 until 2 minutes. Toastmaster Fatima.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, and good evening, everyone. My favorite book is, as I said before, it is the book named The Secret, written by Rhonda Byrne. In reading books, there is no such books where we should not read that book. Every book, each and every book gives us a lesson. Reading is a must to develop us and to develop our mind. This book, there's no reason why we should not read that book. If you read the book, you will understand the deep understanding of who you are and what's the purpose of you. You will learn lots of things, how to think and how to behave yourself in such a way that you can pursue whatever the dreams, whatever the things that you put in your life. So it's a guide. Every book, each and every book is a guide. It's a path for you to grow up yourself, to develop yourself. So it's better to read each and every book. Have a passion on reading. So there is no such way that we can omit reading books. Every book every book gives us a lesson. So I would suggest each and every one of you grab a book, whatever the book it is, get the lesson from that book, the benefit of it. Never stop reading. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fatima. Yes, I agree on that actually, because we can learn from any books that we read. There's no such thing of good books or bad books, I guess, because even the best book in the whole world, sometimes it's only some part that give us lesson. So yeah, grab some book and read today. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Fatima. Now I would like to call Geo. Geo, are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Okay.
ready.
All right. So this one actually in line with what Toastmaster Fatima said before. Wait, let me find. This one. The question is, not the question, this one is a quote. Wait. The man who does not read good books is no better than the man who can read. The man who does not read good books is no better than the man who can read. Master Geo, 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Talking about the reading the book, I think for this case there is a two different concept. One concept is the man who read the incorrect or the not good book, but so far he read the book. Of course, when he read the book, he get 1 point, even the book is not good. But I know there is some positive point or some positive, what's it called, positive thinking or positive thing that you can get from the book. And the one case is the man who can't read the book. It means he can get everything from the book. You know that the book is one of the one of the thing that we can receive the information or the it's not information but about the like learning something from the book. So I think the man who read the book is better than the man who can read the book. Okay, that's from me. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Lini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geo. Yes, correct. Just like we agree with Toastmaster Fatima before. Whatever book that we read, we can get lesson from it, and that is better if we read the book than we don't read the book. Okay, thank you. Right now, I would like to challenge Barul Ulum. Are you ready? Barul Ulum.
All right. Here I am. But may I just turn off my camera, please?
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes. Right. Well, since this is the first time, is it the first time you joined Toastmaster
Yeah.
meeting? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, this is
Since
my
this is
first time.
the first time, and it's in that you came late before, so I will ask what Toastmaster Natalie asked us previously. So, Barulum, tell us your favorite book. Are you ready?
Okay.
Tell us your favorite book, Barulum. Don't forget to pin Toastmaster sending.
All right. My favorite book. I read books, not really that many books, by the way, but I love the book. I love reading self-development books such as Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I love philosophy books such as Philosophy Teras. And then my favorite book is actually self-development by James Clear, and it is Atomic Habit. I think it has a really good content in it. Uh, I especially the first time I read the book, I was really I needed to change at that time. You know, my life never goes well, right? And then I just I needed so much changing in my life. Anyway, uh, okay, and then
Okay. Barulum, you
and
can wrap.
then
Barulum, are you still there?
I think it's her connection, Dini.
Ah, yeah.
okay, are you
Okay.
still listening to me?
Yeah, you can continue.
And then in the last the in the end, when I read the book, it changed my life a lot. By the way, like we don't need to change the life like flipping our hand, but we can change it gradually. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Barulum. Yes, a good book to read. Yes, I haven't bought the book actually. But Toastmaster Nicole already bought the book but haven't read it yet. Maybe next time you can tell us about the book if you already read, Toastmaster Nicole. Thank you, Barulum, once again. And now I would like to call President of Bhinneka, Toastmaster Marendra Dika. Are you
Sure,
ready? Okay.
always.
All right. So the quotes for you.
I
Okay,
think
sorry.
you are silent, Dini.
Okay. Am I audible?
Now it is.
Okay. A half-read book is a half-finished love affair. A half-read book is a half-finished love affair. Toastmaster Marendra Dika, 1 to 2 minutes.
A half-read book is a half-love affair. Well, it makes me somehow in a difficult situation. Well, I never have those kind of experience. Well, then let me approach with a certain way that I am thinking I am capable of. Reading a part of a book is a thing that I really happens to my case. So that's why I used to have a very tiny and small books or books that it has chapters. So I finish chapter by chapters, or what you call it, edition by edition, something like that. It's not a huge, big book, something like that. Apparently, in connections with love affair, how to connect that? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is true. Before we buy a book or we read a book, we need to know that exactly the content of the book. By knowing the content of the book, we ensure that we spare our times wisely and our time correctly to the things that will add us with adding value inside that books. So by doing so, we can ensure ourselves that by finishing reading that books, we will gain something. Somehow, if we have to stop exactly somewhere, maybe not in a finish line, in a half maybe, to me, yes, we can continue it if the time permits us to finish. In the case of love affair, to get and find the connections, but I do appreciate the questions, and somehow it's me. It's hard to find the connection between line to line. I could control back to you, Toastmaster Dini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Marendra Dika. A half-read book is a half-finished love affair. Maybe it's related to the commitment to reading to finish the book. Yeah, I also same like Natalie. That's why my love affair is never completed because I never completed reading the book. Thank you, Toastmaster Marendra Dika. All right, now since we still have time, I would like to call Toastmaster Seni. Can I call Toastmaster Seni? Toastmaster Seni, are you ready?
I can be your timer, Sen. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, ready or
Alright.
not, just go.
Okay, Toastmaster Seni. The quote is, reading is a basic tool in the living of a good life. Reading is a basic tool in the living of a good life. Toastmaster Seni, 1 to 2 minutes.
Reading is a basic tool in the living of the good life. I love reading. Even though I rarely read books, but I love reading in Google. So I spend a lot of time in front of the laptop. When I work, in front of the laptop. After work, also in front of the laptop. Recently, I face a mental situation, to be honest. Yeah, I was in unstable emotion situation. When I confused, I was thinking whether to asking for people or find the solution by myself. Then I choose find the solution by myself. But I confused which book that I want to buy. There's a lot of book right there, and I have to go to the stores and check by one, and it will waste my time. So I just turn on the laptop and I just Google the title that I need. So reading, I can say every day I read in the Google or in the Instagram. So I finally I got what I need. So I read it, and it helps me. It helps me to settle my mental situation, and yeah, it works. So I will definitely agree that reading already giving me a better life, at least for this moment. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seni, for your sharing. Yes, because actually there is no such kind of good book or bad book. Good book is the book that fit to our need, that adding value to our life. Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Seni. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Nicole.
Yes, hi.
Okay, Toastmaster Nicole. A book is a dream that you hold in your hand. A book is a dream that you hold in your hand. Toastmaster Nicole, 1 to 2 minutes.
Normally, I would buy books that are more of a management type of category. And I don't really like to read novels, only once in a while when I get very bored. But there's one particular book that I have been holding on in my hand, and that was a book about travel. It is a country that I wanted to travel for a long time, and that is New Zealand. I've been wanting to go over to New Zealand because I just love the scenery and love. I think you discovered that I'm a landscape photographer. I like taking scenery. So I've been dreaming of going to New Zealand for a very long time. And every time I try to book a trip to New Zealand, somehow it gets canceled or postponed. And I don't know why. Maybe God is trying to tell me you shouldn't go to New Zealand. I'm not sure. I get very frustrated because why is it that every time I want to go there, something happens? And so I've been reading up about New Zealand and the places that I want to go and try out. Somehow this hasn't happened. But I'm keeping on to this dream that one day I will be able to make it without anything happening in between. And hopefully that will be a dream destination that I will be able to go. Why I like New Zealand is just because of the beautiful landscape it has. And I like to explore, especially the southern island over there. So I'm praying that one day I'll be able to make it to that country, and hopefully nothing else comes in between. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nicole. Yes, true. And then I just remember a quote from Dr. Seuss that it's quite long, but the last part that I remember is this one is about reading. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. We can go traveling even without leaving our place, just by reading a book. Hopefully, in the coming year, you can visit New Zealand. Thank you, Toastmaster Nicole. All right. We have a new participant. I believe this one is Uncle Mike. No?
Yeah, hello, hi.
Hi. Hi, DTM Mike.
I'm
Would you
sorry,
like-
I'm sorry, my camera's not working. My apology.
I see. But would you like to join the table topic?
Oh yeah, I'll join in the fun if I could.
Okay, thank you. Now, I have a quote for you.
Uh-huh.
A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies.
Sorry, is it leader or reader? My
A
apology.
reader.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. a reader. I put the question also in the chat box.
Oh, thank you.
1 to 2 minutes. DTM mic.
Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, what is a leader? There are many definitions to that. Someone who gives orders, or is it someone who plays an even more important role, such as charting the direction, envisaging the vision of where a body goes to? I'd rather think that it's a second one, because a manager manages and does things, but a leader sets a scene for the followers to travel on that path. Does it die 1,000 lives? Some do, but some don't, but most do. Because leadership is not all about a bed of roses and honey and milk. There are failures, there are frustrations, there are obstacles, and there are times it can be complete disaster. But a true leader never gives up. What is failure? Failure is someone who falls down and never picks himself up. But a leader, he will fall down. But, and this is the cringe of it, he picks himself up. So irrespective of how many times he dies, inverted comma, dies, probably not literally, and actually not literally at all. A leader, a true leader, is someone who dares to fail at the same time, have the courage and the determination, the desire, and to take action, to pick himself up and live again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DTM Mike Lim, for joining our table topic session. Yes, DTM Mike Lim is one of my favorite table topic speaker because we can learn so many things from him. Thank you.
There's a correction. I'm
Yeah.
not a DTM.
Not yet, DTM. Toastmaster Mike.
Thank you.
Don't worry. But you are a DTM for me.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now, yes, of course, President Marendra Dika, I will give shot for Natalie. Don't worry. My last question is for Natalie. So, Toastmaster Natalie, are you ready? Of course, you're ready.
Like Sunny said, ready or not, let's go.
All right. The quote is, there is no friend as loyal as a book. There is no friend as loyal as a book.
There is no friend as loyal as a book. Growing up as an only child, I was often left by myself when my parents went to work. So after I went back from school, I came to my room and I started opening a book. That's why books has been my constant companion since I could even remember. I believe there's no loyal companion than book because book cannot backstab you. Hello, people. I know we all have the experience of being backstabbed or being betrayed by someone we trust in many different reasons or many different backgrounds. But I'm not here to console you or to do some counseling about that. But I'm just going to share some of the moments that I could remember. When I was in elementary school, I forgot which year, but when I was in elementary school, there were this series of books written by Enid Blyton. I think that was the name. It's oh my gosh, Elizabeth in St. Clair School, something like that, and the whole series from the same author. And that author and I think there were like 6 or 7 different series. Most of the series was depicting the life of a girl who went to study for the very first time. It was like a dormitory kind of school back in England. So I felt a deep connection with her because I felt like, oh, she's going through this different struggle that I'm going through also right now. So those series have become my consolation and also the cheer up squad during my teenage years. And I still have those books even until now. I don't throw it away. I still have it in my storage room. So yes, I believe there is no loyal companion other than book. Back to you, Dini.
Thank you for the share. Thank you for your sharing. Yes, book cannot backstep us, of course. They don't have hands. Thank you for your sharing, DTM Natalie. All right. Since the president said that we still have time, I would like to have another round.
Oh,
Natalie, how about if you have a questions to TTM? Is that fair?
yes, of course. We'll give you one, Dini.
All right.
I promised earlier that everyone who come on time will have at least 2 speaking opportunities. So this is your second one.
Okay.
Since you open by throwing a challenging question to Fatima, I'm going to ask you a challenging question also. Please convince us why we should not read books.
Why we should not read book or why we should not read specific book?
It's up to you how you will take it. That's why I leave it as an open-ended question. You can define it however you want to do.
Why we should not read a book? Because reading can come from many different types, not only books. We can read people face. We can read this situation. Basically, it's not only from book that we can read. We can read from many things. So why you should not read a book? Lately, I don't have times to read books, or maybe I'm too lazy to read books because I'm too busy thinking about a strategy to face my students. So the books that I read right now is a children book only. Sometimes even I don't have to read that book. I just skip the picture and I come up with my own story because we do not know. Sometimes my student will grab a book, even the Mandarin book, and I cannot read any single word in Mandarin. So I don't read the book. I just read the picture and I tell them the story. Once again, why you should not read book? Yes, do not read the book. Read the life. Read the people. Back to you, DTM Natalie.
Awesome, Dini, awesome. Read the book, read the life, read the people. Now I'll throw it back to you to summarize and conclude the session.
Okay, thank you. I believe all of us as a reader, we read from so many resources, not only from books, we also read not only novel, but also data. Am I right? So thank you for all the speakers. Don't forget, keep reading the book because like what Toastmaster Fatima said before, we always can take lesson from every book that we read. By that, I sum up my duty as table topic master and give control back to our Toastmasters of the meeting, DTM Natalie Cahyadi. Over to you.
Thank you, our table topic mistress, Toastmaster Dini. Give her a round of applause. Woo, 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 woo. Well, that's what you get as the last speaker. A very challenging question. But you did a wonderful job on answering that. So Toastmaster Seni, as the timer, already shared the time in the chat box. Everybody's eligible. Now I would like to launch a poll so everyone can choose your favorite speaker. P.S. You can choose yourself too. That's how you win in the contest. So choose one and all of them are eligible. While, can you see the poll? The poll is already launched, right? Yes, cool. So while it happened, Uncle Mike, are you there?
Yeah, hi. Yes, I am here.
Yes, Uncle Mike. So
Hi.
earlier in the session, we asked everyone to share their favorite books and books and why. So I would like to invite you to share your favorite book and why you like it.
Well, I'm not much of a reader, but because of the work that I was doing before in the area of management consultancy, the one that really was a passion, I read it many times, was a book by Tom Peters, In Search of Excellence. They did a study of the top 50 companies in the US, and they single out what are the critical factors which make them so successful. Companies like Disney, like TM in those days. And so because of the work that I was doing, I tried to relate that to share these factors of success of these great companies with my clients and company and say, hey, these are what the great companies do. And some of that could apply to your company, perhaps. And of course, not one size fits all. So I was very encouraged that a lot of the managers that I work with, they say, yeah, Mike, yeah, it's true. But this does not apply to my company. However, there are others that which do. So because of that, it's a learning process. And a lot of the companies that I was consulting did take notice of that and apply to their company where it is relevant. So the book is Tom Peters, very old book, In Search of Excellence. There's another book, a follow-up, A Passion for Excellence. So strongly recommended. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Mike. Yes, you reminded me of a quote, leaders are readers. So I think all of us, when we read books, we also unconsciously grow our leadership quality because we learn how to be better, how to be more effective person or leader, depending on different type of book. And even if you like to read manga or Japanese comic books like Geo, you can still learn a lot of life lessons. I know it because I love reading comics too, Geo. So high five, my friend. Nakama from One Piece. So thank you, Uncle Mike, for sharing that.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's move on to the last session of tonight's meeting, the evaluation session, and I'll pass it on to the GE of tonight's meeting, Toastmaster Marindra Dika, to start with the prepare speech session and prepare speech evaluator, and then your own evaluation. Please welcome Marindra.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Natalie. That was amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, apparently you already know, especially those first comer. I see none, maybe Baru, but I think none. And you already witnessed how the club is trying to somehow manage this meeting to fruitful and respect your time allocated because you already spare your precious times to attend this meeting. And doing so, our time is already well served as a Toastmaster of the meeting. Now, the sessions of general evaluations. Well, apparently we have only one prepared speech. I'm sure she's the best among none. But of course, the best among there is nobody. Okay. However, the good news in Toastmaster is that there's somebody, a person entitled, or you call it a very reserve its times somehow to assess and to evaluate Sani Chairani's speech. That's why it is very helpful in the world of Toastmasters. That's the particular speaker has room for improvement or reward for his achievement. For doing that, I would like to invite its evaluator, none other than our beloved guest from somewhere from around our neighborhood states. It is Nicole Cho. Am I saying your name correctly?
Yes, correct.
Okay, Nicole, It is your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. First of all, Toastmaster Sunny, I would like to congratulate you for finally completing your level 5 team collaboration pathways. Let's give her a round of applause. Now, Sunny, what I really love about your speech was that when you started your presentation, you took us through the journey of how you started off in Toastmasters way back in January 2018. And I love the fact that as you progress in your presentation, I could see a very structured presentation where you told us from the moment you started from icebreaker right to the end of your level 5 project, no pain, no gain. You even mentioned the lessons that you have learned in going through these pathways, and there were 2 lessons that you learned, that is learning by doing and persistence. And I think that it speaks very well to your personality of how you really persisted, even though it took you 5 years to complete your pathways, but you managed to complete it. And I also felt the sincerity coming from you as you told us your story of all the projects that you had to do one by one, and how you actually delivered those projects patiently and persistently. Now, what I would really like for you to tell us more in this project that you have done is perhaps you can share with us what was your most challenging task or assignment out of all the projects that you have done in this particular pathways. For example, were there instances where you encountered difficulty in, say, running a project or an assignment, and how did you overcome that? Were there conflicts that happened? Maybe you can share with us, and handling all those challenges, what did you really discover in yourself as you go through those projects? And maybe tell us, you have been telling us a lot of your success. I was hoping that you can share with us, were there any failures in those projects that you did? And what did you discover from those failures? How did you overcome them? And if you were given a chance to run those projects again, how would you do it differently? So all in all, I found that your whole speech was very inspiring. You now inspire me to complete my level 5 now, which I have been taking almost 3 years plus also to complete. So keep up the good work, Sunny. I really love your speech. You definitely inspire me to do it. I love the way you structured your presentation. You gave us a presentation with sincerity, and you shared with us the 2 lessons that you've learned from doing these pathways. What I would encourage you to add on is to tell us more about the most challenging tasks you have ever encountered in this project, and what were the failures, how did you overcome it, and what did you discover in yourself. All in all, congratulations, Sunny, for completing your team collaborations level 5 pathways. Good work.
Woo! Amazing. Congratulations, Sandy. And thank you very much, Nicole Cho. That was amazing evaluations. So that's good news to you, Sandy. So you got somebody very capable of doing an evaluation, and somewhere from the Phoenix Toastmasters Club in KL, Kuala Lumpur. Superb. Now I would like to divide then my evaluation into separate another 2. First is about our meetings. It is good that we can start our meeting on time. It may be a little bit a minute more, but it is apparently on time. And I thank you that our members, especially Natalie and Sani, and then we have Dini, we have Nicole, come earlier and takes roles as a role taker in this meeting. I do appreciate very much. I appreciated that. And I thank you for being here. And for the guests coming here, Fatima, Shafiga, and then we have a Bahrul Ulum. We have also Mr. Maglim coming. I do appreciate as president of these clubs, you are coming and makes this meeting mayor. Much more, the members, guests are better. And then we goes to the first session. It is prepared speech sessions. It is prepared sessions. Our EXCO, my team member, our beloved Seni Chairani, has already delivered a very good prepared speech. To be honest to you, it is a wake-up call to myself, because I forgot how many months ago that I delivered my last speech. So I would like to start that. Thank you. And I would like to chat you privately to ask your help, because I'm a very weak person. Need your help to regain my next speech. Thank you very much. And then we go to the second session. It is a table topic. It is fun sessions because everyone has a chance to make an impromptu speech. And our table topic master, Toastmaster Dini, already well done it amazingly. So each of us has a chance. Even she herself has a chance. And thanks for that to Natalie Chayadi. And then I would like to share screen telling you about the table topic that has already done by table topic master Dini and also feed by our Natalie Chayadi. It is the screen. Well, can you see it, ladies and gentlemen? Give a thumb up. Thanks. Okay. Well, I'll be honest, maybe I'm not that good in writing down or give a plus and delta, or as known as room for improvement. Well, let me try. For Fatima, the first table topic speaker. Well, so far I know that you have confidence. You speak English fluent. I can see the sequence of your speaking. It is clear and good English. So far in my capable of evaluating, I cannot find yet room for improvement. So I hope you come for the next Bhinneka Online Toastmaster meeting. So for the second speaker is Joe Brata. He always confidence and clear, and somehow I find a little bit room for improvement, Jill, and this is very good to you, not only to you, to me also, to learn how to make fluency in our English, because maybe it's not our first language, so we still have room for improvement for that case. Number 3 speaker is Bahru. His confident speak English very clear, and so far I know it's very good English. Apparently, since it is without video, so it make less contact with the audience. That's my 2 cents inputs. And you have post in your audio. I don't know why, maybe a technical problem. Somehow it's a little bit, distracting your delivering a message to the audience. And maybe a little minor issue with accounted matter like or things like that. It's very good. And then me myself, I was trying to find, as far I know, I always has a little bit confidence and clear in speaking English. I cannot mention if my English is good or no, so I'm not that saying that. Maybe clear, I hope. And apparently the question it was given to me somehow, I don't know, it's like strict like lightning to my brain. And I somehow forget to state agree or disagree in that case of scenario. And I'm supposed to be developed in my positions where I agree or disagree, things like that. And number 5 speaker is Tiny. So far I see he always confident, fluent, her English is clear and also good. And it has a minor issue accounted matter, I don't know. Sunny and Natalie usually has no issue with accounted things. Maybe now today she has something. Okay, number 6, Nicole. It was good, like Fatima. Confidence. You're speaking English fluent, clear, and good English to my best of knowledge. So I find it's hard for you to improve something. Maybe you can coming in our Bhinneka Online Toastmaster meeting next moment, so I maybe find something. So far, you've delivered your English very good. And then number 7, Mr. Maglim, you've come in our meeting, maybe it's your 3 times or 2, I forgot. And of course, sir, your English is very good. You have converse delivery English, you have fluent English, clear. Maybe it is somehow, it is reader, not leader, but we understood what it is all about. And second of all, because it has no video in your, I think it is technical issue, but somehow it delivers less contact with the audience because we cannot see you. It's like listening to the radio, but it's okay. I mean, somehow for a person that it has issue with bandwidth, we have to, I mean, he or she has to turn off the video because video really eat a lot of bandwidth. And then number 8, Natalie. Natalie always confident in speaking English. She is the champion. I will not doubt with this. Her speaking English is very fluent, very clear. She was graduated from Australia, so she has a good English for sure. And somehow today it has a little minor or micro maybe issue with our content things. Well, things we can check it in the recording if you're curious. But there is sometimes that I can found the things for improvement. Number 9, this is one of the most amazing lady coming tonight and deliver role takers table topic master. Apparently, she is very good in confidence, fluence, and clear and good English. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. If you have ideas how to make a better table topic, I think Natalie DTM can give another input. So I personally welcome if our DTM Natalie would like to say something, because in my best knowledge, she is one of the best in table topic in my eyes of Bhinneka Online Toastmasters. Okay, Monat, we know that. Okay, I think I can stop here, and I would like to continue with something else in our class as a GE. We have table topic master, as I mentioned earlier, deliver a very good table topic, and we have a timer, a very punctual in its record timing. So apparently, yes, we have all table topic speakers qualified. How about the evaluator? I not yet chatted. Evaluators qualified, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
You
So
want an evaluator
congratulations to the prepared speaker and evaluator. You are the champion. You are a champion, my friend. Something like that. That's very good. There's no one else, just both of you. I'm happy to you. And of course, thank you, evaluator, coming here and cheers up these meetings. You may come from another multiverse, but I'm opening to your advice. If you have things to improve in our club, it's not only apply to you, to all of us here. If you have some things in your mind, maybe Bhinneka Online Toastmaster can be much better. So I'm open for that. And wait, each of you who is coming from somewhere else, or it is your first time coming, you can always bring your friends here in our next meeting. Just make them happy. Just make them cheers up, because it is the only way that we are from somewhere around the corner of the globes can meet virtually. And then we have Tom. This is one of the most amazing role takers in my best of knowledge for today meetings. I think she has come from another multiverses. Somewhere there it has a very magic door, and she somehow opened that door and pops up here and takes as a role taker. It's amazing. So I already text her, let's do magic for this today meeting, because it seems that we have 8 is that, yeah, we have 9 is good. But it was 6 at that more extra time. And then Fatimat, where are you from, Fatimat? Sorry. You are still silent, Fatimat.
Yes. What's the question?
Where are you from?
I'm from Maldives, but I'm staying here in Malaysia with Nico.
Ah, okay.
I am from Phoenix Club. I got to know about your club also because of her. She is very supportive.
Okay, that's
And she is my
super.
mentor even.
Oh, that's amazing. That's why your English is very good. Okay, thank you very much for coming. And then, of course, we have Barul Ulum and Mr. Mike coming. It cheers up our meeting. I thank you so much. I think that's all my job as a GE. If I forgot something, somebody of you who has more experience than me, just let me know how to say it. I think that's all, and I think I would like to give the control back to Tom, right? Tom, it is your. Okay, Tom, time is yours. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, our GE, Mr. Marandra Dika. Oh my gosh, I don't know how much energy you have in you, but you always speak with tension, like high energy. So thank you for sharing that. Don't belittle yourself because every feedback counts. So what you did will definitely give some ideas or inputs for all of us here. So well done, our GE. Give him another round of applause, please. Thank you, thank you. Now we've come to the moment that you're waiting for, photo session. So please turn on your video if you can. If you can't, that's fine. We will imagine how you look like. So Bahrul or Uncle Mike, if you can't turn on the Zoom video, that's also fine. Sandy, would you mind to take a picture, please?
Okay, everyone is ready. Big smile. Be happy. Okay, wait. I will count. 3. Gio, do you mind to get closer to the screen? Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, a moment. A moment, a moment. Okay, let's take another. Grab a book if you can. We will take a picture with the book.
So you mentioned taking a book. This is the book.
Digital book also? Okay. Yeah, digital book also fine. Whew, I just grabbed randomly this one.
Okay.
Can you guys see?
Don't take it closely, Sunny, because it will disappear. So now, just
yeah.
just close it to your body because it belongs, will be a part to your body. Like me, just put it here.
Oh, okay.
See?
Wait.
That's how the artificial intelligence works.
Oh, okay. Are you ready, guys? Dini, can you adjust the book view closer to the screen?
No, it's already good, Dini. It's good.
Okay, ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you. And back to the Tom.
Thank you, Sunny. And another moment that you're waiting for before we officially close the meeting. I know we only have one speaker and one evaluator, but in our club, you will still get something. So the first, hang on, let me share my screen. Yep. Can you see it? Awesome. So without any sense of surprises.
Hey, Sunny.
After 5 long years, you finally finished the pod. Okay, let me spotlight your video. And can you take a picture of yourself?
Yeah. Okay.
I can do that, Sunny. You stay beautiful and I will take photos of you with your titles. Wait a minute.
Make sure it's even, Rendra.
Yeah. I know that. I learned something.
Yeah.
Okay. I take it already. Okay. Okay, I think I have taken.
Okay. Thank you, Rendra.
Sure. I will give the photos to. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
Okay, then again, without any sense of surprises, the best evaluator is Toastmaster Nicole Chu.
Nicole, yeah! You've done it good, lady.
Okay, Rendra, can you take a picture of her, please? You're on mute, Rendra.
Okay, wait a minute. Sorry. Okay, I've done this.
You've done it?
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations, Nicole, and thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And last but not least is the best table topic speaker. Share screen. Now this is the
Drum
moment
roll.
I'm waiting for. Congratulations, our table topic master, Toastmaster Dini Widyastuti.
Wow, congratulations,
you.
Madam TTN.
Dini, yeah. So I take photo of Dini first. Wait a minute. Okay. Cool. Okay, I think I already done it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're okay, Rendra? You got it?
I got it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So that's the end of our tonight's meeting. Everyone, thank you very much for coming. And I hope the 2 hours, almost 2 hours that you have invested in coming to our meeting tonight paid off. You have at least, correct me if I'm wrong, speak twice in this meeting. And then I would like to offer you the third speaking opportunities by giving feedback of what you thought of our club meeting tonight. So Toastmaster Dini, you want to start?
Who, me? No, I
Yeah.
guess. Because I
You need to
have
live
to
up to
discuss.
the name, Dini much.
All right, thank you. Actually, Natalie posted the request for role takers, and since I have time tonight, so I joined this meeting. This club is like, what can I say? My another home club. So I have like 2 home club, even though I'm not a member for this club, but I always enjoy coming to the meeting. And yeah, their meeting duration is quite fast for me, and I love that one. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank
Back
you,
to
Dini.
you.
Dini is our honorary member, so she's always welcome here. She's always here. So thank you, Dini, for helping. Anyone else want to give some feedback? Maybe Toastmaster Fatima?
Okay, thank you very much. It's very short and sweet. I learn a lot from this. This is not in reading books. We can imagine going on different places. But here in Toastmasters Club, now I am in, I don't know which country I am in.
Basically Indonesia. But
Indonesia, see, now it's this is not like imagination. Really, I'm talking to Indonesian people. But where am I now? So reading books is just like imagine people and imagining talking to them. But now this is real. So it's fun and even very knowledgeable actually. So I like joining this Toastmasters club and talking to different people, and this is wonderful actually. Your club, it's short, as I said, short and sweet, and I got chance to speak 2 times, so that's that's really wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fatima. That was your 3rd time giving feedback. So at least we make it worth it, right? And to give you a little bit of overview, our club, Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, was founded back in December 2020 in the middle of pandemic. And our club is a full online club. So we always meet online. We have members from all over Indonesia. For example, I live in Bali. Seni live in Medan in North Sumatra near Singapore. And then Rendra lives in Garut in West Java. So all three of us live in different islands. Dini lives in East Java. So Rendra is in one side, Dini is in another side. Geo is in Jakarta, right, Geo? Geo is in Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia. So we live in like different cities. And the idea of creating this club is to give access to members from different regions or different cities who cannot join Toastmasters because of lack of available clubs. As you know, to create a club, you need 20 members in one area. So online club is to facilitate people from different regions so they can come together and we can learn together. So yeah, thank you for coming. Oh, you're always welcome anytime. I will share your contact to Seni. She can also help you to like get the meeting invitation for our next meeting. And how about Nicole? Thank you again, Nicole, for stepping up.
Thanks, Natalie, for giving me this opportunity, last minute opportunity to be an evaluator. But nevertheless, it's really great to evaluate Sunny. Your speech really inspired me. Now I have to finish my path, which actually is one of my goals for this year. I have to finish it. And as usual, your meeting, even though a few of us are here, you have made it really fun and very engaging. And I like the coziness of this meeting, even though we are all from different parts of the world. So I'm always very happy to join your meetings. So let me know if you need a role player next time.
Yes, thank you. That was the clue that I was waiting for. Seni, you can follow her up. You have her number, right? So thank you, Nicole. We appreciate you. And how about our guest, Toastmaster Mike Lim? Uncle Mike.
Oh, thank you very much. First of all, 2 apologies. I was late for the meeting because my internet played up. And when I did get through, my camera played up. But still, I tried. You mentioned that your members come from 3 or 4 islands. Actually, it's 1 more or 2 more. You've forgotten the island of Borneo, where I live, and also the great continent of Australia. So make it 5 continents. And for Nicole, don't go to New Zealand, come to Malaysia first. You look at the scenery, the jungles and all that. But on the serious note, I'm always impressed by your meeting. I really love the energy and the flow of the meeting. Once again, I learned a lot and I also have a great evening. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Uncle Mike. Always a pleasure to have you. You're one of my favorite table topic speakers. So it's a delight to have you. Come back anytime. Thank you. And last but not least, Bahrul, before you go, wow, you're already gone. Okay, that's fine. And yeah, so our next meeting will be the first Sunday of April. It will be, let me check, April 2nd. It will be April 2nd, same time, 7 to 9 p.m. Malaysia or Bali time, and 6 to 8 p.m. West Indonesia time. So for Dini, Rendra, Seni, and Geo, it's all the same time zone. And I would love to hear from Geo and Rendra. For the next meeting, you do the speech, okay? So I will book a slot for both of you to our VPE. And because this is already a public execution, you gotta accept. Yes, so that's it for our tonight's meeting. Thank you very much for joining us in our club. As I mentioned earlier, if we can finish it earlier, we're gonna finish it earlier because 9 p.m. is the maximum time that we allocate for a meeting. So before that, we gotta wrap up. Thank you for joining, and I hope that you will have more loyal companions and more immersing yourself in the world of books. And see you again in our next meeting. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Thank
And
you.
bring
Thank
all your
you.
friends
Thank
and
you.
family for next meeting in Bhinneka Online
Bye-bye.
Toastmasters.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.